Night vision is so
That
gay,
thing is
dude.
stupid.
PSA AKs suck.
ACOG, I swear, the only good ones are from LPVOs suck. Why do you have a Recce build, bro? You
Why
don't even
build an
shoot past
SPR if
100.
you're not even patrolling?
Dudes who wear night vision literally drink Bud Light.
Dude, have you seen Lucas throw the ACOG in the
You're
air?
literally an idiot if you have a
Oh
10
yeah, dude,
point
is it
range.
drop safe? Huh? Is that thing
ACOG
drop
is such
safe?
a
Small window.
Dang, bro, you waited 9 months to get your can and it wasn't even tested by Pew Science?
You want to see my splits with this thing?
Yeah.
Today's video is going to be kind of vague, okay? It's going to be about something maybe not so relevant, but kind of relevant to me, but you're going to listen to me talk about it. So let's get into it. This video is sponsored by OpticsPlanet. If I want to continue making content like this, sponsors like them keep my channel alive. I bought this camera from the ground up. So those guys have basically funded what we have going on here. Thank you. If I keep breaking all this wood, things are gonna get really expensive, which is why I have my second sponsor, Shooting Surplus. Absolutely stellar people, some of my favorite dudes. We're cooking up some cool stuff for you guys that I'm very excited for. So, on to our third sponsor. I found trash in the pit. Come on, dude. Dude, come here, come here, come here. It's strawberries. Third sponsor for this video is Americana Pipedream Apparel. I was supposed to hit that jar of strawberries, so we're gonna give Americana Pipedream Apparel one more swing. So what today's video is going to be a topic of is the actually it's not, I was just gonna say ACOG versus LPVO. It's not going to be an ACOG, I need to come this way. I need to come this way. It's not going to become a ACOG versus LPVO debate. I feel like it will end up becoming that. That's not really what I intended for. I intended for two 16-inch rifles, both suppressed, both kind of Recce inspired, the beat the dead horse word. Essentially, what the issue I have is I have a lot of rifles that are very much the same. That they accomplish the same goal, but the way that they go about accomplishing them are entirely different. Hence the 4X ACOG versus that 1 to 10 Voodoo, and I find myself training with multiple platforms too often, to the point to where I don't really get as proficient as I want to be on one platform. Back in the day when we didn't have Garand Ram Ranch down in Idaho, it was really easy to come out into these pits with your 10.5, 11.5 EOTech and just burn it down on the targets. Run the sickest bill drills mankind's ever seen. Upon actually acquiring the range, we all of a sudden were open to distances out to a mile. So I kind of went hog wild and just bought like 3 and an 18-inch rifle. And they're all just, they're all 16-inch rifles doing the same thing, just accomplishing that goal a little different. So I guess I kind of want you guys to be the judge. We have the Lucas build, the BCM Mark II ELW upper with the ACOG. Honestly, there's some merit to what the man's saying, okay? There's people out there that are gonna tell you that the ACOG is the worst combat optic ever fielded. You don't have to be that definitive. There's obviously much crappier optics that have been fielded. This is one of the clearest, most durable optics. Eye relief, yes, it's an issue. However, I have this mount from American Defense, which pushes it up and back. So when I do present my rifle, you notice I don't have to extend my neck super far. I don't have to get nice and low on it like a normal ACOG. and it actually makes the ACOG really comfortable to shoot. In my personal experience, I don't know if this is true for everybody, I would say that making shots out to about 500 with the ACOG seem to be faster than my LPVO. Now, the reason I went about this particular 16-inch build is these BCM uppers, whatever barrel profile they have going on here, rail combo, are dummy light. Dummy light. Like, you can about dang near throw this thing up to SpaceX. Like, I can't stress how light this rifle is. I was even tempted to go, I started to get a little too into the weeds. I was tempted to toss the light off, take the sling loop off, take the can off, and make it just stupid light, but then I was like, then it's just not gonna be a rifle that I shoot. So that's where this rifle came into play, right? 16-inch rifle, ACOG, only 4x magnification, super, super, super lightweight. However, this is where the trouble begins. Then I take this rifle, Liberty Precision Anthem S can, Centurion rail, Noveske barrel. It's kind of the opposite of what we were dealing with the ACOG. Very heavy, very thick, very accurate. I can easily punch sub MOA with this at 100. Not every time. If I'm doing my part, Starship Troopers, if I'm doing my part, then it can be done. This, I have a EOTech Voodoo 1-10, kinda heavy, Anthem S, kinda heavy, Noveske barrel, kinda heavy, Voltor A5 buffer, kinda heavy. You know, altogether, this rifle is a chunker. You know, Harris bipod, it really starts to weigh this thing down. So we're gonna give you a little demonstration. Something about the Voltor A5 system, combined with the weight of the rifle, makes this thing just not budge. It is overgassed. You'll see I'm ejecting somewhere around 1 o'clock, but it doesn't feel overgassed. Doesn't really budge. Let's shoot into this berm over here, see if you guys can see this recoil. I don't know how good of a demonstration that was, but we did it. Now, so here's the question, right? The age-old internet debate. I'm so torn. I love the weight of that gun. I love the weight of this build. I love the look of it. I love the Otter Creek Polonium K. I love everything about this. I love everything about this. Do I have to say one is superior? Do I? Instead of telling you what's best, I'm really here to get your guys' thoughts. What do you prefer, this or this? What do you think gets the job done better? Now, I wish that there was like, I brought a scale or something, because I feel like just, this doesn't do it justice. This is so light. I'm like kind of inclined to say that I think I might prefer this. The difference is, I can't like, I feel like I can't bludgeon someone to death with it like I can this. I don't know, does that make sense? Like, this feels like a tank. It's a tank. I feel like the capability of being able to grab the forbidden popsicle and swing it, you know, knock someone's head out of Fenway Park, per se. That was an Inglourious Basterds reference. I feel like I've made no points. I feel like I've just been talking, and that's fine at the end of the day, because these videos aren't really supposed to be taken too serious. They're kind of here for fun, casual viewing experience, hanging out. Now, I kind of want to do something that I haven't really done, and that's side by side group these rifles. I've grouped them both independently, but I kind of want to group them side by side. So I'm gonna cut to that. This is the 16-inch Noveske build with the Voodoo 1-10, AAC 55 grain, only at 50 yards. So all right, I think I pulled one. I never zeroed that mount. I kind of rough zeroed it like real quick for the video. So it's probably gonna be somewhere wonky. All right, so I had a little whoopsie daisy on the ACOG. I used the plate carrier to support it, and it was like mostly wobbling on the mag. So I kind of X-nayed that one. It didn't really count. The Noveske group, I mean, okay, yeah, I pulled this one. really bad. That was the first shot. And I know it's only like, what is this, like 45 yards, 50? That is still 4 rounds just touching each other, okay? Literally, it looks like one, it's probably out of focus. It looks like one hole. So then I redid the ACOG and actually used a bunch of targets and actually had it still, and it did a lot better, like a lot better than the first time. That being said, that 4 power with that giant triangle reticle, it's probably me making excuses. I'm sure there's people that can take an ACOG and just ream targets with it. I did worse. I mean, I did worse twice. I don't know if you can count the first one, but I was so happy with the Noveske, I didn't want to try it again because I probably wouldn't be able to replicate it. So I really proved nothing. I wasn't going to tell you guys this because it's embarrassing, especially after I talked up the game on the ACOG and this mount, but I definitely scoped myself in the forehead over there while I was grouping the ACOG. I had the stock, like, the first grouping was just so tragic and bad. I didn't really answer my own question, which was like, which rifle am I probably gonna end up shooting? I'll probably be eternally doomed to constantly building a new rifle and being mildly proficient with it because I unfortunately suffer from a firearms addiction. You know, I just think they're so cool, and when new things come out, I want it. Don't get caught up in the consumerism like me, though. Firearms are kind of my whole world, and you know, I think too often we get emotionally invested in some of the gear. The ACOG especially. The ACOG versus LPVO, don't get emotionally invested in that, okay? If your buddy likes the ACOG and you like the LPVO here, that is okay. You do not need to get angry that he likes the ACOG. You should just be happy that he bought a good piece of gear, high quality, American made, and that he's training with it, okay? Just remember that. Always pick your battles. I don't think this one is worth losing sleep over. The specs on this, Otter Creek, Polonium K, Rearden muzzle device as well. This is the Overbore Systems swivel mount. You can swivel it if you're strong. I'm not. Yeah, there you go. Then you can swivel it back. Integrates really nice with laser aiming modules. Probably one of my favorite light mounts currently. Yeah, one of my favorite light mounts right there on a mod light with a mod button. The upper is actually just a completely factory BCM upper. Charlie says I'm talking too much. Am I talking too much? Oh, I love that gun. Yeah, I love it. Let me see that gun. That's gonna be the little treat before we go. Oh, I got this the other day. It's from a company called Brower LLC. I'm probably gonna be doing a video on it. So here's the little sneak peek. It's a 1911 grip angle on a SIG, and this thing rocks. I mean, when you put it in your hands, it's just, ooh, baby, have mercy. Like, Charlie literally can't put this thing down. It rocks. Does it not?
I would definitely consider switching out from a Glock. That's, yeah.
Charlie has like 7 Glock 34s all built out the same way. I'm saying I have a problem here about building these rifles and not training with them. Charlie has like 12 Glock 34s.
I have a stack of OEM Glock boxes that go higher than mine.
Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. As always, these videos are just for fun. They're pure entertainment value. If you want expert knowledge, go watch the expert knowledge people, okay? I am not a subject matter expert. I never claim to be. I'm a proficient shooter, and that's all I got.